Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding the notification bell to be notified of new videos.
Alright, so back at Crawling Valley, I'm actually just dropping off our trailer. But while I'm here, I thought I would take this opportunity to try out this new 3D printed lure. So that's it. It's basically a Headbanger lure, 3D printed. There's, you can barely hear it, but there's three airsoft BBs in there and a white paddle tail. So let's give this a try. It does have a decent wobble to it. Not a lot of head movement, but I think that it's, you know, I'm just trying to, I think it might take a little bit to get going. Let's just see how it looks. Honestly, it's not the best action in the world, so, I mean, who knows? But we'll see. Hope springs eternal, as I always say. Now, I've been in my sit-on-top kayak for the last year and a bit, so I'm not used to how nimble and how light in water these Elegoo Mission 100s from Costco are. This is my wife's kayak, but it's light enough to go quick. So, yeah, I won't be straining any shoulders moving this thing through the water. Oh, oh, man, I didn't see that happen. All right, like I said, my only goal here is just to see how it does. If I catch a fish with this lure, I'll be more shocked than the fish is. So we'll see. I mean, it casts 1,000,000 miles, but that's to be expected. Yeah, it maneuvers through the water. I can't say I'm getting a lot of headbanger out of it, but one never knows. The disadvantage of borrowing your wife's kayak, of course, is that there's no anchor, there's no fish finder. It really is just going back to when I first started kayaking, which is actually pretty cool. So I won't complain too loud. It's nostalgic. Now, what I don't know is what the optimum retrieval speed is, and in this water it'd be hard for me to tell. It's not very bueno. It seems to want to go, yeah, seems to want to go bum up. So, you know, we tried it. I'm not going to spend my 20 minutes out here fighting with the experimental lure. Water, I mean, it's probably maybe 6 feet deep here. Nothing crazy. I'm just going to go with the standard Rapala. All right, let's get some fishing in here before we have to pack her in. You'd think that 3D printing a lure like that would actually save you a bunch of money, but that's probably my third prototype. I took a big chunk out of my thumb with the pliers, trying to get the piano wire to jam through. There's it's not exactly a free lure, even if you don't factor in the material costs. Oh, fish on! Unstoppable! All right, I'll take it. What do we got here? Is that a walleye? Holy cow! That's a decent walleye, and with a ton of spunk to them. So I have my tools. I haven't released a fish from this kayak in a while, but that is a good sized, as good as you get out here, walleye. Wow, what a beautiful fish. And this isn't exactly deep water. Look at that guy in the sun. What a beautiful fish. That's a decent sized walleye. All right, buddy, on your way. If you're in that much of a hurry. A walleye this close to the dock, that's crazy. I mean, in this kind of water, it's maybe, like I said, maybe 6 feet deep. Not much at all. You know, I was remarking to my brother-in-law the other day how fishermen are creatures of habit. You know, we have our lucky tackle and our lucky line and our lucky rod and all of our lucky stuff. We have our favorite lakes. We have our you know, favorite spots in those lakes, favorite time of year, all that sort of thing. And if you catch a fish, that seems to automatically become your new lucky whatever. So we tend to, you know, gravitate towards it. Or if you're on, if you're floating along, and let's say there were guys at the end of this weed bed, and they were just hauling in fish, we would, you know, we tend to group up. We tend to sort of maneuver our way over there because, hey, if that's a lucky spot, then man, I want some of that lucky spot. And yeah, we just sort of, we go with what works because, you know, fishing's hard enough sometimes. You know, location, if you can, oh, what's that? Just across the rocks, I think. If you can, you know, save yourself some grief by, you know, finding a lucky spot, then so much the better. You know, what I have to remind myself is that, yeah, like my biggest pike was 23 pounds, and it was an amazing experience. But a 1 pound pike is just as fun in its own way, you know. And it's not about the size of the fish, it's about the experience and about the relaxation and about the break from life and that connection with, you know, our primal urge as providers. So just a note, if you are from the people that make Headbanger Lures, I can tell you that you guys can rest easy tonight. You'll sleep soundly because my 3D printed abomination is not a substitute for the fine handiwork that you guys do. I didn't create that file either. I got it off of Thingiverse, but yeah, needless to say, 3D printing is not going to put you guys out of business. So rest assured. Nothing? No takers? Going once, going twice. Sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. All right, calling her quits. Well, thanks everyone for coming along. I'm glad that we were able to get out. And yeah, I had a great time, nice and relaxing. I'm gonna go lock up the kayak and head on home. And I'll be back out here, today's Tuesday, I'll be back out here Friday after work. So keep on keeping on, and let's get cracking, guys. Thanks.